Hey guys, welcome back. This is a video about my Satin Pothos, and this is been growing in, it was a couple of cuttings that I took and I put it into Sphagnum moss. And there's some grow stones in there too, just for aeration. It's like really big pieces of perlite. But this plant has been happily growing in the Sphagnum moss for quite some time. You see there's new growth. On all ends, we've got new growth, new leaves here. It's doing really well. Does not get a lot of light. I've done videos in the past about growing in sphagnum moss, strictly sphagnum moss. So this is along those lines, pretty much. I know somebody recently asked me a question about it. So I figured, let me show you this guy that's been growing in moss for a while. I don't give this plant direct sunlight at all. It gets indirect LED light, let's put it that way. Not even the grow light, just daylight LED, and it's indirect. It's not directly underneath it. It starts to trail down towards the light, but yeah, otherwise no direct light, no direct sunlight. The moss, I let it dry out. Right now it's pretty dry and crunchy, so it's ready for watering. The plant will also let you know if it needs water because it starts to curl the leaves. So I caught this one before it started curling. But yeah, growing in sphagnum moss with aroids in particular, and this plant in particular, the Satin Pothos, they do really well. They do really well in just about anything, but in particular in sphagnum moss, this plant is thriving and growing new tips, new leaves everywhere. So what I do to feed this guy is I use, like I do everything else, the hydroponic nutrients, whether it be Maxi Grow or AeroGarden nutrients. That's what I use here because this is not soil, and I don't trust that the correct bacteria and chemical composition is present in order to convert some of those elements into a usable source for the plant, so I just use the hydroponic nutrients. Very, very mild. I don't do a strong concentration. I always go a lot less than the recommended dosage, but I do give it some food, and it does get indirect light. So here you have it. Satin Pothos, Scindapsus pictus, I believe, in sphagnum moss, thriving. And it's been in this for months. I'm not exactly sure how many months, but you can see it's healthy and happy. So if you have any questions about growing plants, in particular aroids or Scindapsus in sphagnum moss, just reach out, leave a comment, I will get back to you. If you have not subscribed, please do. Share with your friends, hit the bell if you want to be notified, all that same good stuff as usual, and I will see you in the next